In the small coastal village of Bordi, time moves at a strictly biological pace. At night, the soundscape is defined by the steady rhythms of crickets and distant ocean waves rolling against the shore. Then, every 2 hours, that peace is shattered. An express train tears through the station without any intention of slowing down. This chart maps out the timeline of that disruption against the anxiety it causes our protagonist, a local boy named Ramu. The event starts with a shrill warning whistle, spikes into a roaring wall of steel and soot, and hits the station with a rush of displaced air. As quickly as the locomotive arrives, it vanishes, leaving a sudden, heavy vacuum of silence, and a lingering dread of being left behind. That violent swing from natural rhythm to mechanical roar captures a modern anxiety, the fear that rapid, unstoppable technological progress will simply leave us standing on the platform. That boy on the platform is Ramu. He is 16, exceptionally brilliant, and waiting alone for the 8:15 p.m., the only train that stops here. Ramu recently topped his entrance exams and is moving away to join the competitive computer science department at the Indian Institute of Technology. After that, he plans to study at Stanford. This table shows the architecture of Ramu's internal conflict. He is leaving a world defined by seagull calls and his grandmother's stories, heading directly toward an environment of steel, code, and screaming engines. His ambition is overshadowed by a crushing dread. He worries that the cold logic and complex algorithms of his new life will erase the humanity and deep connection to nature he grew up with. It raises a question we still grapple with. Does stepping forward into the technological unknown mean severing our biological roots? To calm himself in the humid night air, Ramu looks up at the sky and remembers the teachings of his grandmother, Lalu. This diagram outlines Lalu's core philosophy. The first 2 pillars focus on biological origins and cosmic history, pushing the human lineage far past our immediate ancestors. This illustration shows the physical linkage between stars and the human body. The iron running through your blood was forged in a stellar core billions of years ago. Similarly, the calcium structuring your bones is a byproduct of ancient supernovas. When you stand on a quiet platform and look up at the stars, you are looking into a mirror of your own biological history. Lalu applied the same logic to the local dirt, often stopping Ramu on their Sunday walks to observe the activity around a single ant colony. This diagram shows how colonies operate under local rules. There's no central commander. Each ant acts solely on signals from neighbors, yet the colony spontaneously creates massive, sophisticated structures. This is emergence, complex systems arising from simple interactions. Emergence proves a crucial rule about natural systems. The whole behaves as vastly more than the sum of its parts. In nature, 2 and 2 is more than 4. There is a mathematical proof that scales these local rules to the cosmos, the Fibonacci sequence. It's a progression where each number is the sum of the 2 before it. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. This split image shows how that math manifests physically. On the left, the Fibonacci sequence dictates the geometrical arrangement of seeds in a sunflower. On the right, the exact same mathematical progression dictates the sweeping arms of the Andromeda galaxy. This mapping extends into auditory space. Before Ramu left, Lalu gave him her flute. This visual overlays the golden ratio with musical notes. The Fibonacci sequence maps flawlessly onto the harmonious intervals of classical Indian music, like Raag Yaman. Looking at this translation table, the relationship becomes undeniable. The mathematical sequence, the Eastern swara, and the Western notes align to form a universal source code. Serene melodies and sweeping galaxies are expressions of the same rigid, beautiful mathematics. Back on the quiet platform, Ramu's thoughts are interrupted. The 8:15 p.m. train finally arrives through the darkness. The binary code of the digital future aligns with the constellation maps of the past. IIT and Stanford are a continuation of nature's logic. The complex algorithms Ramu will study are simply another expression of the rules governing the ants and the stars. Ramu steps onto the train, clutching his grandmother's flute. His perspective is entirely shifted. As the train accelerates into the night, the heavy clatter of steel fades into the rhythm of the cosmos. The dichotomy between nature and technology is an illusion. The journey forward into the unseen digital future is simply humanity using the universe's own source code to find its way home.